Morrowind. We had a little bit of a goof up with the previous save, so I moved over to OpenMW. I don't think it was that the unofficial patch necessarily has issues, because I run an unofficial patch on a save I just do on my own, and it seems to work fine, but it's something about the fact that we moved an already existing save into it. Now we will be making a scare again. It'll be being remade, but in OpenMW to see if this will work. Uh-oh. We're gonna go through the beginning. We missed that last time. The waning years of the third era of Tamriel, a prisoner born of a certain day to certain parents, was sent under guard without explanation to Morrowind, ignorant of the role that he was to play in the nation's history. Okay.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
Okay, we're gonna do the same name. Also, the best part of this is okay. This may not work. Oh, is it working? Guys, can you see? I think it's working. I think it's working. Hold on. Let me see your guys' vision here. Ah, yes, it's working perfectly. This is what I wanted. I can alt tab and talk to you guys now. How's that? How's that for success? And if you notice, I've kept this as season 1, and I named it episode 1, even though I already have an episode 1. But that's what that RR. It's for rerun. So this will be pretty much a little bit of a rerun. So if you've seen the first bit, right, we're gonna probably go along a similar path. So don't feel too bad if you want to come back later for later streams. We call it if you don't want to go through some of the stuff we've gone through before. But we're going to be covering kind of the same content ground. So I do know a little bit now about what's going on. But we're going to go here. So if I remember, it's like that. So you scare we call it the high elf. Which I think I reasoned out to being that before the Chimer broke off from the Ulmer to go follow the Daedra. So I think that it would be very, very appropriate to, from the faraway land of Somerset, right? Well, I guess, meeting them halfway in Imperial City, High Elf being brought all the way over to Morrowind to deal with the very dangerous crisis going on at the time. So Dark Elf would also work fun. Pretty much everything would work fun. I mean, there's different ones you could argue are fun in different ways, whether one seems more thematic or one seems we call it funnier. Like, I think the funny go-to is Argonian, because Dunmer and Argonians at this point in Tamriel history, right, have a big crisis going on between the two of them with the we call it the right now, because Morrowind has slavery of Argonians right now. So that's a one that a lot of people like to do for being fun. But we're gonna go with High Elf because it's both dangerous.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
I'm gonna actually.
Quiet. Here comes the guard.
I'm gonna actually raise the speech volume. I don't know if that's too low for some of you guys, because I don't typically talk over people, so hold on. There we go. So having the speech volume a little bit higher.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Whoop. Hold on. I'm trying to catch my my volume thing, seeing if it tells me. Okay. We know how to move. Just follow. And I'm not going to make the same mistake and they call it and go, hey, it's we'll call it Morrowind Mondays, because I remember the first time I thought we were gonna do Morrowind Mondays. Turns out, actually, I think 2 people do Morrowind Mondays already. I know one person I found out immediately after, and one person I think later on. I don't know if they called it the same. And that was like Tamriel Tuesdays. I haven't found out if that one's stolen, but
let's keep this as civil as possible.
oh, not stolen, but I don't know if that one's already taken yet. But let's go up. Now, it's been a while since I've played last, so some of the controls are
This
still
is
getting
where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
getting used to. But we are going to go High Elf Warrior. Let's go. Oh.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Okay, so we are a High Elf Warrior. Change that up here. So High Elf. We want to change the hair. I'm gonna kind of look. How do we want to look? I didn't think about what haircut. I forgot what haircut we had. It's not that important though. I could be like gold all around, gold hair, gold. What do we call it? I mean, that would be kind of funny. That would be kind of fun, I think. Yeah, let's go gold. I kind of was like Mancor Cameron, even though I think he was a... Wasn't he a Bosmer that got turned into a elf or something? Something weird happened with Mancor Cameron. I don't remember what happened with him. So let's change the face. I don't, again, quite remember which one Scare was. Some of these are so... I'll call it a little bit detailed that they're scary. Scary, Which one do you think? What do you guys think? I think we want a warrior. We kind of want a warrior. What are we thinking? That'd be a fun one. You know, I'm gonna. This seems a little bit silly, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It seems hyper realistic. All these other ones kind of look like, high elves. Like even later on, I think. My fan is you guys might even be able to hear the whirring of my fan. Hold on, bring my microphone a little closer to me, further away from my fan. But let's think. Kind of makes me think of how, like, in some of the trailers for I think it was the ESO, high elves look totally different than they look in game, because they're so different than what most other fantasy games have them as. We're gonna just go with this one. Why not? We're gonna be statuesque. Scare will be statuesque with an extremely receding hairline. I mean, it's like he's got like flowing hair, but a bit farther back. I guess, we'll just, stick with that. Okay, so we'll go with that.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office.
We're so much taller than him. The good thing is our speed, I believe, is much better because of our height. I think actually weight is what determines it. So we might actually be slower. I think all elves might actually be slower in Morrowind, and it's in Skyrim that you're faster if you're taller. I don't quite remember. Oh, here we go again.
Ah, yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Okay, we want to do custom class. Now, there's a few things okay, so I don't know if I'm not going to name Neverine in this case, because it feels like we wouldn't know that at this point. So, we could just say adventurer. We could say, maybe a scare to, maybe he's going to go, he knows, so I'm assuming that your character got that dialogue at the beginning. So Agent of Azura. I'll say that. Agent of Azura. We don't know what we're doing. They just said that we're going here, so we're going to do Agent of Azura. And we're going to go... Now, there is something which I could call the leveling path, and I did learn a little bit about kind of the theory of how to make a good character. I think we're going to not try to really min-max, because that could be a nightmare. That could be a little bit of a nightmare. We're just gonna go with it. Now, the game does work a little bit differently in OpenMW than it does with the patch, or just basically out of the box. So basically, OpenMW, the way the patch tries to operate like how it did. So it's basically trying to fix everything, but change nothing, right? OpenMW basically is trying to do what they believe they intended. So it's kind of like rules as written versus rules as intended. It happens a lot in tabletops. So if you play tabletops, you'll know exactly what I mean when it comes to hearing the difference between rules as written and rules as intended, and how intended is basically you can have, there's a bit of a gray area of what was intended or not, and with rules as written, there can be gimmicks, like real strong gimmicks. Like in the case of the lady, I think it was the Lady Stone. The sign of the lady, I think it was, is kind of one of those things that kind of get a little gimmicky. So, but we're going to want to start off with a good amount of health. So, I think we're not going to min-max nightmarishly. We're just going to try to start with a good amount of health. Strength and endurance. We're going to be a warrior in combat. Again, we're not min-maxing. We're not going to min-max. But we are not going to put more combat skills than we need in major skills, or more things that we have combat in. We're just going to put what we need so that we still do get some skills. So, first of all, we want to start with a combat skill, which we are going to go with. The thing is, we want a shield, right? The shield sound fun. When was that scary using a shield? No, he was using a spear, but I think he was just using the spear to use a spear. He was using a spear to use a spear. Let's think. I mean, spears are good, but I don't think you can use a shield with them. Combat's got spear, block. There's block. Block's agility. Block is, now that's your attack for most things. I think that's your attack for some things. But we do want to like narrow down on what we want to be leveling up at a time. So we want to level up. If we're going to do, let's think, what weapon do we want to do? We want to do, I think we'll do short blade or long blade. Long blade is like stereotypical knight, but I think there is a special long blade in the game, so we might go long blade and block. And then we did want to go medium armor, but I'm starting to question that choice. I'm starting to question that choice. I'm starting to question whether if we want to go combat, we ought to go higher. But at the same time, I do like the idea of being able to move around fast for you guys without having to take a nightmarishly long time. So we're gonna go medium armor. Where this isn't min-max, because I'm pretty sure medium armor is not a good one. But you know, it's gonna be what it is. It is what it is. Bone mold is medium armor. And we could do short blade. I mean, that would be fun. But short blade's in stealth, right? So no, we're gonna try to level up fast. So block, long blade, medium armor. What's another thing? Again, we don't want to take it necessarily any more combat ones than we really need. I mean, spear would be fun, but maybe as a minor skill. But then again, hold on. I'm going back. I'm doing spear, heavy armor. Oh no, medium armor. How about what can we get strength with? Athletics, right? So we can get some athletics up fast. So that'll be our strength. So we'll get strength of endurance very quickly. Acrobatics is a minor skill, maybe. Don't need it as a major skill. And we got 2 more major skills that we can do. And don't worry, we're not looking to min-max. We're just looking to go fast. So we're gonna do spear. We're gonna charge people. We're gonna charge people with medium armor with a spear and try to see how well we do. So spear, medium armor. athletics. I'm a little bit at a loss here. What else to do? Maybe just two skills that we aren't typically really good at that we'll just be able to that we could use to level up. That's a hard one. How about maybe something we're really bad at too? And we won't level up accidentally. We do want willpower long term, so willpower would be a good one. We want to divide up the stats to make sure. Basically, you see that cover any attribute. If you don't want to min-max, but you want to just briefly look at it, just take a look at that. You see how it says speed, endurance, strength, right? That means you're going to be leveling up those three a lot, right? Speed, endurance. Oh, athletics isn't strength. That's speed. Hold on. Back. Whoop. Oh. Agent number 0. Okay, cool. We're going to go with endurance. And we could always do two-handed sword. No. We'll go spear. We'll go sword. We'll go sword. I think we're going to lose out if we don't. Technically, if you went knife, there'd be some value to that. Short blade. You can always do dagger shield. Be really funny. Short swords, dagger shield, almost kind of Roman legionary-esque with short blade, medium armor, athletics. Because then we'll have speed leveling up and endurance, but then we don't have anything else leveling up. It's like playing, it's like playing with one of those puzzles where you have to move the pieces. Let's think. This is going to be known as the character creation stream. Acrobatics. Let's do acrobatics. We're going to do as a major skill. Why not? So that means I could just jump everywhere. Or actually, hold on. No, we don't want acrobatics at all, do we? Hold on. Because if I just realized if I level them up outside of minor and major, they won't level us up. Up. If that makes sense. Like, we won't go into the next level. So if we just jump around and run, we'll get speed and athletics on their own. So actually, maybe I don't want to do those. And just let them level up. On their own? Maybe? 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 Let's go ahead and do athletics maybe as a minor skill. Where's athletics? There we go. Because it's going to get boosted from us being combat specialization. And maybe let's do... We're all going to get more levels just by being a high elf and going into everything but magic. Acrobatics can force strength. So once we get high enough in those, we can just force a strength level up. So we can get strength and endurance and speed. Strength, endurance, and speed. We won't care about agility. How about that? Agility, you're not our thing. You're not wanted, agility. Let's see. I might want to start off with a magic spell, though, like Restoration. I think I might already be pretty good at that, though, but I think that we need some level of recovery other than sleeping, because we'll get attacked otherwise. I think it's not a bad idea to have at least something. Oh, no, shield. I forgot we need to do... Oh, blocking is agility. Yeah, you just see what I mean. You can't win. You know what? Let's take this off. We're not going to have athletics or acrobatics. We're going to just level up on the side and just take what we get with it. Because we'll be able to level up speed just with our blades, so I don't really care about that. And the jump, so strength, we can level up. We're not too worried about strength. We'll just level up when we can. Speed, agility. We want endurance. Medium armor. Maybe restoration and then conjuration to be able to summon the dagger. That sounds right. Restoration and conjuration. So we do have some magic. Restoration and conjuration. We can fix ourselves and summon a weapon in case we don't get a good weapon. We need a block, medium armor, short blade. And then we get, as our minor skills, we want a bunch of kind of random things like that we can control, like alchemy. Alchemy's a good one. Enchant's a good one. Armor is debatable. Armor is a debatable one. And the reason why I say armor is debatable is because you can do it on command, but only if you have damaged stuff. Mysticism is a little more on command, but it's another magic skill. We'll do mysticism. And let's do speechcraft is on command, but we do want to focus on probably personality. Really, personality is the least important thing in the game. Really, I know that sounds really mean, the personality, but it just kind of is. It's kind of not really that important. Do we have block already? Short blade, block, medium armor, restoration, conjuration. We have axe and acrobatics, and I want to get rid of both of them. Let's do alteration, maybe. On armor? No. That's going to be too easy to level. That's going to level so fast if we put anything in it. Maybe armor. So I can repair my own gear. And it's strength, so we need to level up strength. Because right now, the only thing we have leveling strength is... What? Nothing? We have nothing leveling up strength right now, other than jumping. If we jump, it will. So we can always pay for armor to be leveled up. So we got that armor, and what else do we got here? Sneak, we can kind of do it well. Sneak's a good one to do it well. I don't believe we can get above a certain amount of any stat though. So I have to see. But we can cover our bases with enchanting. Worst case scenario. But I just don't want any personality stuff because that's just not going to be that important for us. Willpower, it will be fun because that prevents us from getting stunned. But nothing else. So we're gonna go with sneak. We're gonna go sneak. I imagine that might be easy to level up. I think we got it. I think we got our agent of Hasturilla. His main weapon skill is not going to level up very fast because that's technically a stealth skill. That is a stealth skill. His blocking and his medium armor will level up significantly faster. But I'm hoping that the running and everything like that, that's going to level up enough that short blade doesn't fall back behind. And also, as we get better at short blade, and since we will be using a Daedric dagger with conjuration, that's going to be something we have going on our side with restoration tier 2. So we got willpower and intelligence. Conjuration's intelligence? Well, that's fine. We could use some intelligence since we're going to go Atronach Stone. Anyway, worst case scenario, we can throw it in luck whenever we level up, or just ignore it in favor of other things. So I think we got our Agent of Hasturilla. Class description. Taken from Imperial City. From the Imperial City to Morrowind. Does not know what Hasturilla is on about. That's pretty much our character's background here. He does not know what Zero was talking about. Going on about. Has planned. Let's say how it has planned. Has planned. How about that? Does not know what Zero has planned. Okay. For him. Let's go for him. There we go. That's our character's background. How about that? In Morrowind. How about in Morrowind? There we go. Or let's say the home of the Dunmer. How about that? I like to make sure it sounds nice. I don't think we ever see this again. There we go. Agent of Hasturilla. There we go.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign.
Whoop.
And what would that be?
So, I'm going to go with Atronach again, since we are going warrior, and we are going to be so vulnerable to magic. We are going to be very, we're going to be in danger. And things like, warrior or stuff like that isn't going to be as important long run. A lot of these other stuff, excuse me. And in this game, something like the lady in Open MW, something like the lady isn't as powerful since they don't affect your starting health, and they don't affect. Now this is only for Open MW, the base game and the patch. This still it still affects your starting health, but in Open MW, which is trying to make it work like how they thought it was intended to work, it doesn't. So, if that makes or breaks whichever one you choose between, then it's good to know earlier than later. So let's go with Atronach. We're gonna go with Atronach. Double the magicka, double the starting magicka, but we only really get it from getting absorbed or potions. So we'll hold on to those potions. But we're gonna be basically using magicka like potions.
Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Or grenades. So we're Scare the High Elf, Agent of Hasturilla, the Atronach. And, I'm not min-maxing, so we got Bound Dagger. That's the baby that I want. Bound Dagger! And Summon Ancestral Ghost. That's pretty good, too. Nothing wrong with Summon Ancestral Ghost. We do have fairly low starting speed, so we're going to have to come up, we're going to have to kind of come up with some kind of idea to keep that from really hindering us. Because, a short blade. I guess because we're going to get high enough in a short blade that we should level up speed a decent amount. Not a lot, probably. Probably not going to level up a lot, but we are leveling up athletics and things like that, too, so there will be things. There will be opportunities. Okay, so let's do that. Alright.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Read your papers by pressing the space. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about the papers. There we go. Scare High Elf, Agent of Hasturilla. I thought that was kind of cool that it prints it out. Ooh, oh.
Continue through to the next building and talk to Celes Gravius.
Gotcha. Now we're not gonna just go around robbing everything. Now I'm gonna just run at all times because I don't have athletics as like a skill that is. Ooh, we're gonna take that dagger because it's not theft. That dagger is actually not theft. This is something I had to learn. So any of this stuff was theft. We did just rob the place blind earlier. So we call it in the original episode. So whoop. There we go. Let's go ahead and take that ring, bottle, and gold. There we go. Sneak our way in. Okay, just talk to the captain. We can try to persuade him, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to talk, get all these things. Just because I already read them before, and you guys read them with me with the first rerun. So if you want to see like a first time interpretation of this, that one's still good even with the bug. The bug doesn't, the bug just kind of cuts us off. So if you wanted, well, I don't know if I still have the stream up. I don't know if Twitch has kept it. But if you have access, if you can see the first stream, then you can read it. So we're just going to skip over reading it. He's basically just telling us, welcome to Morrowind. In a not so concise way. Once we run across new dialogue, I'll read it. Because I did like reading it before, but I'm not going to read some of this newer stuff. Except maybe Fargoths.
If I can help, I will, but don't take too much time.
We will read Fargoths. The other guy was just kind of giving us world information that we already kind of know. But this guy, let's talk to him. Are you the one that dropped? Are you the what? That dropped. Are you the one that the boat dropped off? Odd to see a boat arrive at this time of day. Hope the Imperials treated you okay. I swear they took my ring. Your ring? Yeah, here we go. I know that keeping it would be really good, but I'm going to give it to them. Yes, here I found it. There you go. You are now my... Okay. I swear one of the guards has it, and I had it last week before their weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth ritual. An engraved healing ring. Family heirloom of mine. You haven't seen it, have you? You found it. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. You're now my favorite friend. I'll be sure to tell the others, especially my friend Errol, who runs the trade house here. Go see him. He'll be happy to see you now. Okay. It's funny because even with doing that, we only end up with 95. I don't think we have very high personality. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else we can really get from him, so we're going to walk off. We're not interested in talking to him. Let's go around. We're not running, I don't think. No, this is running. I forgot to do my this is peak performance look. This is peak performance. This is peak speed. That's we're going. That's about as fast as we're gonna be going. Quite a while, so don't expect lightning speed for at least a little while. We'll start getting faster soon. Barter. Let's see what they got. I'm kind of curious what they do have. I don't think bone mold's all gonna be in Balmora, from what I found once we went there. So I think that we're not really interested in anything this guy's selling, and we can get free spears for what it's worth, but not a free. We already have a free dagger, but we do want a shield. But he's not gonna have a bone mold shield. Just doing a quick overview, but I think that we pretty much came in here knowing exactly what was going to happen. I was going to sell this bottle, and that's about it. That's going to be it. Bye. We're going to do some quests around Saint Anine, though, real quick. And that's going to involve going this way.
Dignity of it all.
They seem not so happy. You okay? Background, Elder Fire, Commoner, latest rumors, Soul's Time, little advice. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Smugglers in the cave, gotcha. Little secret, merchants. Okay, got that. I think we'll just kind of turn someone in particular. There we go. We're gonna go and find our friend. Now I'm gonna use the dagger for the moment. I'm gonna just use the normal dagger. But, there we go. I was wondering how to get it out. We're caught. But we're going to go find that body. I'm going to use the dagger also partly because I think that'll give us some ability to catch up with just attacking before our inevitable medium armor and we're caught and blocking spree. Okay, so I don't think running and charging really matters that much for this guy. Come on. Come after me. There we go. Take all, and then dispose of corpse. Actually, I think I went too far out for the guy I'm looking for. I don't remember. So we're going to stop running for a little bit, because I don't quite remember where we're wanting to go. Now, we do want to make sure that we max out our endurance leveling. So we may need to buy a spear, or just take a spear from the Guild, and switch to using that as an as an off weapon to make sure our endurance reaches 5. Because that is one thing that is not. It's not retroactive in any way, at least as far as I know. I don't think OpenMW makes it retroactive. So that's something we really cannot play around with, and can't just rely off getting hit to level. So let's put that up. Oh, here we go. Let's get him. Come on, swing! Swing for the fences! You can get him. It's only a little guy. Come on, you can do it. There we go. You should be really good at fighting. I made you very front-loaded, skill-wise, so it should be easy for you. Come on, do it. I mean, I could use the Daedric Dagger. I might actually do that in the future, but not right now. I shouldn't have changed target, but you know, whatever. Too late to too late to go back and change that. Take all, dispose of corpse. I already got the other one, right? Take all, dispose of corpse. Okay, run. Oh, hey, he's got a bunch of money on him. Tax record, common shoes, common shirt, common pants. Take all. Take this. Or we can sell all this stuff. So that's all good to take. It's all free money. And since we're just gonna run like crazy and not care about if we're leveling all weird, we'll call it. We're gonna run and grab what we can. I'm not gonna hide his body just because I feel like if you're gonna tell someone that you found a body, you don't want to go hiding it. I don't know if that really actually makes a difference. But if you're like, yeah, I found a body and I hid it. I chopped it up, threw it in a hole. It might be a little bit suspicious, even if you're telling them. Because it's like, well, why don't we, take a look at the body? Oh, well, I already, I threw it away. There's no reason you needed to look at it. It's not like it could have had anything incriminating on it. Let's go. Let us go. Get back to town. And mention that we found a dead body. If you notice, I'm going to have a little bit of a quicker pace in the beginning just because I have done these quests before. I just don't want to, for people who are coming back and watching, I just don't want to force them to have to watch the same stuff over again. If I can. But OpenMW should have a little bit of a nice... okay, I turned this on monster graphics, just to let you know. This is monster graphics. This is the strongest possible graphics here, without any mods in addition. So, just if you looked into that face, you should have seen the face of performance. There we go. There you go. We're not gonna go up there yet. We do want to talk to this guy real quick. Now, before we mess with the guy in the hut and get our house, and yes, I'm calling it our house because that's where we're going to be putting all our stuff, or just sleeping because we won't have any other places to sleep.
How
really
interesting. A tourist.
That's calling me a tourist. Let's go in here.
This is a wondrous encounter. Welcome.
This way, right? Whoop. I have to love those loading screens, right? Those non-existent loading screens. Imperial Legion, Morrowind, murder of Processus Vitalis. Murdered? What a waste! Processus was a good man. I had been wondering why we hadn't heard from him in a few days. Still, these are dangerous times we live in, and these sorts of things won't happen. Did you happen to find the tax money he collected? I hate to be so callous, but I do have a job to do. Yes, I found it. You did? How odd he was murdered but not robbed. Your honesty is appreciated. I can tell you what, I won't forget this. A scare in fact, if you're looking for some money for yourself, I'd like to see the murder of Processus punished. Killing an emperor's tax collector is punishable by death. Find his murderer, bring him to justice, and the Census and Excise Office will pay you 500 septims. So we got some options here.
What's this then?
Which scared that turn. That turned me. I was afraid I punched him in the face or something. I was afraid there. He had me worried. So we could either A, go ahead and try to find ways of affording. Let's take that.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
Okay. Hold on. Do you know who murdered Processus Vitalis? Someone finally got him, huh? Well, it's no surprise. I suppose no one likes a tax collector, especially one who flaunts his wealth while taking our hard-earned cash. Only one who could stomach him was Thaver over there in the lighthouse. Two of them had spent some time together. Shame, really. She seemed like a nice woman. Okay, there we go. That's who we go to get our clue. Because we know who it is because of the first stream, but I'm going to go around this way and grab some of this stuff real quick. Also, it's free time to level up some athletics anyway. I'm not going to try to jump too much because I think what I'm going to start with is... Okay, so strength stops affecting your health after the very beginning, if I remember correctly. So we start off with a decent amount of health. Just because I wanted to have some buffer since we're not going to be... Since I don't really have time to min-max while I'm streaming. So I believe what we're going to end up with is going to be... Whoop, uh-oh. I see one. I can crouch on him. I wonder if I can actually sneak attack him. Oh no, he saw me. Come on. Come at me. Oh boy, he hit us. Not hard. I think it was just because I hadn't healed. Take all. Because you don't just heal naturally, if I remember correctly. There you go. And sleeping is one of the few ways that you can level up and also heal, depending on what it is. We can't heal magicka from that, so you notice we're being somewhat careful with magicka. Is that a fish? I thought I saw a fish. I see a fish. Come at me. I want to fight you. Come on. Come on. Hey, fight me. Hey. Hey, come on. Coward. Oh my gosh. That's a bigger one. Woo. You know what? I'm going to leave those fish be. I'll call it a draw. They left. I left. No one had to get hurt. No one did. It was a close one. Interspecies relations salvaged. Ooh, there you go. There's peace this day between Mer and fish. Because technically I think elves are Mer, right? Instead of man. Okay, let's go. Take all that. We want to now. We could make something to sell. It's gonna be kind of. I think it's gonna come out somewhat even. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So now the thing is, what we can use alchemy to do is either force a level. So we don't have to pick intelligence, for example. So what we can do is force a level by going, hey, hey, I leveled up a bunch of skills that weren't on my list, but were still valuable to level up, like let's say swords and stuff like that, right? And that still would give me points. I level up, let's say alchemy a bunch of times, right? And now, boom, I leveled up, even though I have no other thing to and even though I didn't want to increase intelligence, let's say I increase something else. So, little leveling idea. That it's one of those quick min-maxy things, but not very long-winded min-maxy things. You don't have to spend a huge amount of time min-maxing it if you do it that way. You just have a bunch of skills like armor or stuff like that that will never increase until you manually do it. Barter. Personality, you won't raise haggling unless you actually haggle. So if I just take the price, we're good. That's it. Common shirt, I do not need another common shirt. Common shoes, do not need another common shoes. Common pants, do not need more pants. Now, do I want to sell this stuff or make a potion? I want to sell it right now because these materials are somewhat easy to get, and I am not to the point in which I'm going to... Because what I'm going to use alchemy for is patching up, like a band-aid, the areas I screw up on. things I really mess up. That's where I'm gonna use alchemy. Alchemy can be really useful playing the game as it is, just playing the game. But I use it, and I'm gonna use it in this case to fix the min-maxing boo-boos that we make from having to run and not pay attention to what we're leveling. I think that's about right. We'll just take that money. Make sure we're not selling something dramatically important. It doesn't seem like we are. So barter. Do you have a no? Yeah, you won't have any bone mold. You have Imperial, but that's cheaper medium armor than bone mold. Bone mold is so expensive. So expensive. I just realized we are fighting like a legionary, but we're a high elf. In Morrowind, I just find that funny. We got far western power in Somerset, using center Tamriel, tactics in the east of Tamriel, which is just fun. We're Globetrotter. Okay, so
I suppose I could spare a
let's think.
moment or two.
So we're gonna go to Balmora before we fight this guy, because I want to get as much armor as possible, because that right now is our only way of patching up our endurance. Uh-oh. I want to get over there. Because what we want to see is that we level up. In fact, I don't think we level up one skill yet. I think we've actually just stayed stagnant this entire time. Where are we with Shortblade? Shortblade's right about to level up. So I have to remember that everything else started as 5 higher. Except Restoration. I guess because they may have been good at block. Maybe they had block. I don't know. I guess maybe the High Elves did have something in some of those skills. But Shortblade, I'm pretty sure they didn't. So 30. So that should work. I guess they had +5 to some of those. Conjuration, block, and medium armor and stuff like that. But which will lower our maximum levels, which is sad. But that's fine. We don't really need them all. You can get a little bit crazy late game, so... Oh, we talked about that. What we wanted to go is up here. Up, and away to Balmora. And at Balmora, we can both get a bunch of more money. And I'm talking a ton more money.
Why walk when you can ride?
There we go.
Why walk when you can ride?
It's funny, your friend said that too. Let's go. Now, prepare to see the art of dumpster diving. Oh, take that. Now, don't take this little thing here. People don't like that. That's not cool to take that.
Scent is new.
Okay, let's go on. Take these. Alright, let's go ahead and get these. Now, eventually you will get way down, but I think we have enough carry weight that that's not going to be a problem right now. Because we're already traveling pretty light.
Your luck. You're on your honor.
There we go. Now, we can join the Fighters Guild also to... Now, okay, so... Unlike... I saw a texture rip there for a second. I don't know what caused that. But this is what we're going for. That luck.
Outlander, but make it quick.
That is what we're going for. But we're going to, unlike Talvrin in our Skyrim playthrough, who's helping Lalu, because avenge Lalu, Esker here is going to be working with Redoran. So we're going to get 2 different houses and 2 different streams to have some get some love sent their way. So I believe they're not the one that gives you necessarily the best stuff, but it's the most appropriate, I think, for a warrior. At least that's my plan. This might not be the way it goes. You know how we play this thing. Kind of want to play the character as they are, within bounds. We don't go crazy. Oh, short blade Wakazashi. I think that's a lot better than... Have we found much better stuff? I keep pressing I thinking that's going to pull on my inventory. That should be a lot better. So 7, 12, 4, 5. Yeah, the chop is so much better. So much better. Give me that. I'm gonna use the iron wakizashi. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can switch out for. So I think we're good. Now we're gonna go in here, the armor, and we're going to buy some bone mold real quick. Barter, give me some of that bone mold. Sweet, sweet bone mold. Let's see. What, Curris? Oh, that's so expensive. I don't think we have enough money. We're gonna have to go with something else first. My goal is 290. I could go sell my other stuff real quick first, and then that way I can get the right kind of priorities. So, I think I mentioned in Morrowind, people are in Tamriel. Different people give you different prices depending if you may or may not be the same. If you're a high elf and they're a high elf, they're gonna in Morrowind they're gonna tilt the price your direction. Unfortunately, we don't have a high elf to tip the scales in our favor, as far as I know. I don't believe there's a high elf merchant here, or pawn shop owner at least. We're gonna just sell it to Revere. I think that'll do. That'll do in the meanwhile. Now he sells some nice stuff like the Fiend Katana, things like that. Long blade, you call it Fiend Tonto, things like that. So we're gonna go with. I'm gonna sell these cups. We're gonna just sell you trash, Revere. Is that okay with you? Just sell you straight trash. Bottles, bowls, cups. I mean, we could decorate an area later on, I guess. You can have fun with that. Okay, I'm not selling anything important, right? No, I'm not. We are in the clear. Now, I believe you can enchant paper to get scrolls, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. Scrolls are going to be somewhat important to us, considering we can't boost ourselves. Or we can't naturally regenerate our magicka. That's something to keep in mind. However, I believe if we cast the spell, it will just replace my wakizashi, my conjuration spell if I cast that. But it's basically a get out of dodge spell, or its conjuration is just necessary because if there's a wizard, we just can't be the one to go up and say hi. We just won't be able to do it. I don't think we will, at least not yet. We literally have a % chance of whether we can or can't, because we can if we re-roll lucky, but we also won't be able to if we roll badly. So I'm going to keep those potions because they can be valuable. So cork bulb root, marsh marrow. So that, rat meat, buy. Salt rice, buy. Scuttle, buy. We're going to keep the petty soul gems because that sounds good. And sell the iron dagger. Because iron dagger, I think is just worse. Right? It's just kind of worse. I mean, if I wanted to use a different type of attack, that's not going to happen. We've always used best on, so that's not going to really come up. So, iron wakizashi it is. Iron wakizashi. Alright, so I think we're good there. Just take the money he's selling because we don't want to raise our personality.
Why do you approach?
Whoop. 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 That's really cool. We need now what we probably need first is a shield, just so that we can actually get some agility for the block in. See how that works. See over here. Okay, so let's barter. Do you have a shield? Is that a thing you have? Unfortunately, I don't think you do. You have a chitin tower shield. That's not really what I wanted. Because, and there's a Dro shield, which is even better medium armor, but that's way out of our price range here. That's severely outside of our range of prices. I want to go to a place and see if I can find a medium armor shield somewhere. I think there's another guy who sells stuff, but I think he just sells steel. I think that's the only problem, is he sells steel. Well, you can't be sure unless you check. Our athletics leveled up. I just noticed that. Lucky lockup. I think that's it. Ah, here we go. Oh, no, this is not it. Whoop. Or it is, but it's the wrong level. No, it isn't. Let's keep going. Think it's here? Council Club, I think.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Barter, do you have a shield? A medium armor shield? No? That's a shame. I really need a medium armor shield. Because otherwise I'm going to be a bit in trouble. We'll have to find out. I think I was just laughing. I was just laughing because I was thinking in my head that well, I had a funny joke in my head. I don't know why, and now it's getting me more the more I think about it. I don't know. It's one of those things where you start thinking something. I'm remembering the names of I think one of the names of someone who followed me on Twitch a little while back was what got me. Just one of the names are getting me. Because it's showing up. It shows up on my end, and it's just funny. I don't know when they did it, but I like the name. You know who you are. I'm pretty sure you probably know who you are. That's a light shield again. Not really what I want. Well, we're not going to be able to get a light shield, it seems. Or a medium shield, so we're going to have to just deal with it. And then just have to kind of suck it up and try to find one later. Barter. Yeah, because we just have light shields. Light tower shield and light shield. Oh, no. There's a blow mode shield. I was looking right over it. Get that bad boy right there. Can't believe I looked right over it. Oh, man, that was lucky. Could have bought something else in the meanwhile and really messed myself up. I don't know if it already minused it from my gold again. How much is that? Oh, that's way too much. So the shield and what else can I get? So... Oof. Can't get the pants. Do I want a shield or tower shield? You know what? If I'm going to get it, I'm going to just get the tower shield. If I'm going to get the shield, it's a little bit heavier. But I might as well get the tower shield. No point in going half in. I go all in or not at all, I guess. I could do 2. I mean, that would be the cheapest amount of armor, but I think that, like, this is just 50 and 50. I think that's our only option. The bracers and the... Yep. Oh, actually, we can't even do that. That's rough. And we could sell our clothes. I don't think they'd be super happy with it. But it isn't entirely beyond the pale of what we could do. And restore strength, that's a high value. I don't think they'll buy that. You buy that? No, you don't. Cancel. We're gonna need to find some more trash. We'll be back for you. We'll be back for you before... Oh, no, actually, I can still buy that shield real quick, though. I can buy the shield just in case we get attacked or something like that. Ooh, I can buy the shield. And that way, if the shield disappears for some reason, it's just the one shield. And I don't want to lose it, so... Offer. Let's go ahead and throw that on. Ah, there we go. There we go. This is the closest thing also. One of the other cool parts is this is the closest thing because you since the Dunmer look a lot different than the original Chimer in the Morrowind lore. This is probably the closest you can get to looking like the original Chimer. Is in this game is just looking like an Altmer. Probably the closest you can get to looking like him. Could be wrong, but I mean, obviously with mods you could do something, but that's a whole nother field of possibility. I take all this stuff. Oh, we got a guy walking around in the middle of the night. Okay, let's go around this way. We're gonna probably do one run around here, and we're gonna call our episode for the day. We're gonna do one more junk run, and we're going back. We're going back into the the pawn shop and calling it. I think we had some fun this one. I think we had a lot of fun. I think we got our build worked out nice. In terms of definitely not min-max, but did someone see that on the bottom? I said that's one ugly outfit. A voice from nowhere came from the sky to call me ugly. I just got called ugly from the atmosphere or something. Oh, there's someone over there. Maybe them. Are they even looking my way? They're looking the other way.
So what do you want?
I don't know. He just from the entire other way. He just called. He wasn't even looking my way. From like a mile away, faced the wrong way, called me ugly. How would he even know? I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying I don't know if I would say if that was a fair assessment, considering his circumstances at the time. He was faced around the wrong way. Okay, it's pitch black. It is dark. Darkness. It is darkness in there. I can't see a thing. Hold on. It's probably even darker on you guys' end. Whoop. Found enchanted ninja stars. It's not something you probably want to be finding if you were, rooting around in a box in the pitch dark. Probably find out by pricking yourself. Setting yourself on fire or whatever the enchantment is. Not really a safe operating practice. Alright, we're going to go in here to good old Revere. We're going to sell our stuff and see how much money we come out with. And see where we can start with. I'm not really sure on how I feel about... that seems a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, throwing a bunch of ninja stars. That's when... The one time I played it as a little kid... That's what my build was, throwing ninja stars, because it was hilarious. Did it work as a little kid? I just remember going to jail in the game. But that's all I can tell you. But I think an Argonian that threw stuff at people. That was my level of maturity as a child. But I didn't play it long after that because I was too young at the time, and it's fun to come back. Fun to come back and actually give it some justice, rather than my one act be that of throwing random ninja stars at guards and getting arrested. Okay, I think that's a nice chunk of money. See, that's all just free money. There's free money, just laying all around, just laying all around. I want to sell these. They're too tempting. They'll be a temptation. I don't know how much that added on, cost-wise. Think a little bit? Want to say? Yeah, I think so. So let's go ahead and sell that. 100. That was only 99 though. So that's a good chunk of money, but not quite what we needed. So we're sitting at 261 gold. We did find some gold right off in some of those boxes. So that did help a lot. So hope you guys have enjoyed. I had a lot of fun with this one. Apparently I'm going to have each episode that we're covering content we've been over with the RR at the end. With the earlier streams. So if you've seen earlier streams, just know that with you see the RR, we're going to be, maybe toward the end of that stream, some new content, if we call it stuff like that. But if it's not new content, I'll have the RR. And then once we reach where we were before the bugopolis, I'll call it the computer destruction. It didn't destroy my computer, but it scared me. I think it could have just been that Microsoft was like, now is the time to update. I'm gonna make you terrified. But that didn't seem to work out too well. So after the transition, so basically after everything that we did before transitioning to OpenMW, I'm gonna have RR. If you don't see an RR, that means that it is stuff that, as far as I know, we didn't do while in OpenMW. That I can remember. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so have a good one. See you guys later, and see ya. Bye.